Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, but before we get into this video, subscribe if you are new, and if you don't, you have a date tonight with my fist and it's going to go straight into your face. Alright, but anyways, let's get into the video. So, I listened to Mitch Trubisky's press conference today because he was set to go on today. So, I even took notes. Alright. He felt pissed after the Foles trade, but in a great way. And he also feels like that's his motivation to earn the starter job. He still feels like it's his team and he wants to win games and he wants to make the playoffs with his team. And he wants to play his heart and soul for this team. And he said that declining his option, making him try to earn it this year, felt like his motivation. He knows he sucked last year, and he's trying to do this to get better. And he said the reason why he was progressing last season because of his health, because of that shoulder injury during the Vikings game, and because of that offensive line. And also, I know Bears fans get used to this hearing, oh, the Bears passed on Mahomes and Watson. Okay, I do believe it quite doesn't matter who the quarterback is right now because of that offensive line. But let's look at the supporting cast between Mahomes and Watson. Out of this decade, Mahomes has had like Tyreek Hill, the best wide receiver core. He has a great offensive line, and he has one of the greatest tight ends in the NFL, and has a running game. All right, and they're going into this year possibly proving that it wasn't the Dolphins. The Dolphins got them there. That wasn't the Dolphins. Now, for Deshaun Watson's case, he's not in a very competitive division. Besides, like his first year where he got hurt, it's that he was the only team that won that division that year, so he didn't win the division. Because I don't really think he would have won the division that year because it's his rookie year. It's kind of hard for a rookie to win the division his first year. It takes time. So Deshaun Watson was out with an injury, and then next year he led. Was it a 5-11 record or 12-4? I'm not sure, but he wasn't really in a competitive division because the only competitive team was the Colts, and the Colts were kind of trash at that time, but with Andrew Luck. Deshaun Watson got embarrassed at home in the playoffs and got blown out. All right, and this year is really not. This year is probably going to be his downfall year. I don't think he will make the playoffs. Besides, that wide receiver core, that after they traded DeAndre Hopkins, that receiver core is now full of injury-prone wide receivers. And plus, I know what you're going to say, Will Fuller, but Will Fuller can't stay healthy. I don't know who the hell plays tight end in Houston anymore. There's no run game because they got a washed-up running back, David Johnson, out of the DeAndre Hopkins trade, and they don't have their offensive line is actually worse than the Bears. They allowed like so many sacks to Deshaun Watson, but it's kind of fair to say Mahomes would have never been the quarterback that he is today. That if he was on the Bears, he would be okay, but he wouldn't be like the quarterback he is today. Now, for Watson's case, I've said that they missed out on Watson, but it's kind of the same case. He would have never made the playoffs his first year if he was on the Bears. Second year, yeah, but he would have gotten embarrassed in the playoffs. And this year, I definitely do not think he would have made the playoffs. So right now, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is at this point. You don't see a quarterback win a Super Bowl with a bad offensive line And plus, Deshaun Watson every year loses talent. And Trubisky has gained talent this offseason. You know, getting Jimmy Graham and drafting Cole Clement and getting Ted Glenn Jr. and having, you know, he has Anthony Miller and Allen Robinson. And as far as I'm concerned, the offense is better this year than it was last year. Oh, and they also have a running game too with Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery. All right, Mahomes outstands in Trubisky and Watson in them both in the supporting cast. I really want Mitch to succeed, even if he's not in Chicago. All right. If you're not a real Bears fan, if you root against him, but here's the thing. If he doesn't pan out this year, he understands his team was garbage. The 8-8 record, he knows. It wasn't a surprise to him that they declined his 5th-year option because time, but he has to prove it now. Time is running out for him in Chicago. Okay, the media has already given up on Trubisky. You know, some people are going to say he's not going to take the next step, and they're going to start Foles. All right, if Trubisky doesn't pan out, Nick Foles will be the starter, and they're going to draft a quarterback next year in the 1st round. So I would like to see what Trubisky can do in this upgraded Bears offense because I know it's better than last year's. And most importantly, that defense with Robert Quinn and Eddie Jackson, Robert Quinn and Jalen Johnson, and you know Akeem Hicks coming back, and with Khalil Mack. Anybody says that Zadarius Smith is better than Khalil Mack, go eat a dick. All right, I'm sorry to say that, but it's laughable right now. And plus, Zadarius Smith had better numbers than Aaron Donald. If anybody says that Zadarius Smith is better than Aaron Donald, is laughable at this point. Shouldn't be talking about football. So that's it for today's video. That's all I have to say. And if I missed anything, just let me know in the comments and I'll give you my opinion. And always FTP and bear down.